Some former COVID-19 patients recently shared with FMT their experiences when warded at the low-risk quarantine and treatment center at the Malaysian Agro Exposition Park, Serdang. Accounts of having to wait 6 hours to get a bed, fight freezing temperatures in the hall, and stand in long lines for treatment and food reflected the pressure the public health system has been under, with daily COVID-19 cases surging past 4,000 on several days in the past week. Senior citizen Hasna Diran told FMT she arrived at the quarantine center a few weeks ago during the Maghrib prayer, and that at 1 a.m. she was still waiting for a bed to lay on. "I waited from about 7 p.m., but I was still in the long line for treatment and the x-ray scan even at 1 a.m., she said. Nora Zura, a level 4 COVID-19 patient, said she almost fainted at the waiting area of the Kajang COVID-19 Assessment Center in the morning, before being sent to MAEPS at about 6 p.m. She complained that the air conditioning at MAEPS was too cold, which was not suitable for COVID-19 patients like her who suffer from breathing difficulties. She spent 2 days at MAEPS before her respiratory condition worsened and her heartbeat weakened. She was subsequently sent to Hospital Sungai Buloh, where after receiving treatment by the doctors and nurses, she eventually recovered and was discharged. Level 2 patient Husna Hussein Ali spent 18 days at MAEPS with her 7-year-old son. She said patients were made to wait for hours before they received bed sheets and blankets. There were times when we had to wait until the next day to get the blankets. The quarantine center is so cold and uncomfortable, especially for young children, she said. Husna, a teacher, was particularly disappointed with the level of cleanliness of the toilets there, describing them as disgusting and worrying for the patients. She also said the lack of food was a problem and that many were forced to sleep on empty stomachs after opting to skip the long queues for food, distributed thrice a day. There are no hand sanitizers at the foyer, and the common area, which has computers, a space to watch TV and a mini playground, isn't well maintained. The environment isn't safe and there's no physical distancing, she said. FMT has reached out to authorities at the MAEPS Quarantine Center for comment.